All right, Lake of the Ozarks, you've been waiting for our next LOZ featured dock presented by Kwik Dock Cleaning. And now we're at the 31.5-mile marker. We got my man Bruce. He's gonna show us his dock, introduce us to some of his friends, and see one of the coolest docks on the water today.
Maximize your lake time with Kwik Dock Cleaning. Find out more at kwikcarmo.com.
All right, so we're here with Bruce now. As I told you guys, the 31.5-mile marker. Bruce, first, thanks for having us on your dock, and thanks for the ice cold Gatorade.
You bet.
So before we dig in and talk about the dock, I want to hear a little bit about your lake story and how you started coming to Lake of the Ozarks.
Well, about 15 years ago, I had a partner that we sold a big river farm, and we were going to buy another one and couldn't find one, so we bought a lake house. I moved here full-time from Lebanon about, 9 years ago. That's after I met my fiance there, and still worked in Lebanon. It's 35 miles to the office. And so it was easy, and now I sold out and I'm retired, so.
That's the lake life, baby. And Bruce, you got some friends with us. You mentioned your fiance, if you want to introduce her and the ladies and the kiddos we got with us.
Okay, I've got my fiance, Trini Garrett, and Marin, who's walking around over there, and her friend. And then I've got two granddaughters out here, Olivia and Charlie.
I mean, that's really what lake living is all about, getting the friends and the family gathered on the dock together. And I see you're kind of set up for that. We're going to start here with this incredible bar. Tell us the story behind this bar.
So when I was looking to build a bar, I like rustic stuff. And so I had a friend that was a logger that knew a guy that had these big cherry slabs. These are native cherry from Missouri. They're 3 inches thick. You can see they've got the live edge. And then I had two great craftsmen that are local guys that are just amazing, the ability they have and what they can build and what they can do. And I had them build the bar. And it's great. We have the refrigerators, have a freezer full of ice. I've got hot and cold water so it's pretty well set up. We like it. We've got the TV there. We can watch the Cardinal games or listen to music.
You talk about paddle boarding and getting on a lily pad and in and out of an inner tube. I mean, that makes it so much easier getting up and on the dock.
Absolutely.
And then of course you got the wet steps, and we'll see when we go over the other side. You got that that jump platform for the kiddos, because you're sitting here, you really don't want to be getting splashed by the kiddos on the adult side, do you?
Well, and we can talk over here, and they'll be playing loud music over there, and you can't really, the two just doesn't mix real well. So they enjoy it more and we enjoy it more.
And you were talking about this particular location at the 31.5. It's calm now here on a Friday afternoon, but you said this weekend, this cove is going to be packed with boats anchored together and coving out.
There'll be a ton of them. Tomorrow there'll be at least 100, maybe 150. 4th of July, there'll be 250.
Wow.
It just seems to be like the family party cove. All my grandkids, I have 7, they call me Poppy. And anyway, my oldest granddaughter had that made for me. And
proud of that.
I am.
Proud Poppy, Poppy's Place. And of course, grandkids love to go to Grandpa's house and hang out on the dock. Of course, when you got a boat, and we were talking about your 4 winds here, you've had it for a while, but you may have not put a ton of hours on it. You like to stay pretty close.
The fish is just at an angle across the cove, and we go over there almost every weekend, and it's quick and easy. We like the food there.
The fishing table, and something tells me this is where you spend a lot of your time.
I clean a fair amount of fish, yes.
And you were so intentional about this. You mentioned with the dock box, you didn't want to take up room on the docks. You had it built out.
Right.
And come walk us through this pretty killer dock fish table.
So,
this isn't just any fish table.
So we've got fresh water coming down from the dock. This is fresh water also, so when you get done, I guess if I turn it on, you can clean up easily.
Nice.
It's got I use electric knife, but if I need to use a fillet knife, it's got a knife sharpening deal there.
And this is probably the coolest part. Right from having it filleted and ready to go into the fryer, boom.
Here's the fish cooker.
Well, Bruce, thank you so much for your time, my friend. From the 31.5-mile marker, that's going to wrap up this edition of the LOZ featured dock series presented by our good friends Kwik Car Dock Cleaning.
Well, we worked with John Crabtree, who owns Rough Water Docks. They did a good job. They got a great staff. You know, if a tornado came through tonight and blew my dock away, I'd call them tomorrow and order another one.